Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Reddick, I am grateful for the IRS and the continued long overdue modernization efforts that you guys have undertaken. I think it's been critical during the pandemic, notably the use of remote online notarization. It's something my home state of Indiana has been leading on, and when done properly and securely, enabling families to conduct transactions remotely is extremely helpful. And so again, I'm grateful for your work on this tool. Today, I just wanted to find out how the effort's going. I've heard some concerns about consumer protection issues, which regarding the use of remote online notarization, which is something I take very seriously. Has the IRS experienced any issues during the expanded use of the remote online notarization? And are there any safeguards that are working? And is this type of a tool something that you would consider making permanent?
One, let me say that, I was on the outside for 36 years and really pushed to get this and many, many other user-friendly services for the Internal Revenue Service. Now that I'm sitting in this seat, I have a bit of say as to us being there. And the idea of making this and many, many other avenues for communication, interaction with the Internal Revenue Service permanent. The pandemic allowed a risk-averse agency to assume certain risks. So I'm not aware of specific issues that would cause us to not do it. I know our council always has issues anytime we open up electronically. But let me say I'm a huge advocate of getting us there, not only for this, but all the other avenues that we have. We will not abandon traditional means of communication in person and the rural communities, but we need to get into the type of service that people deserve here.
Thank you. I want to make you aware of one other thing, Commissioner. I'd like to put an issue on your radar regarding foster youth and student financial aid. Due to the pandemic, certain foster youth have not been able to receive the non-filer 4506T form, T as in Tom, in a timely manner, making it difficult for them to file for student financial aid. While the Department of Education has provided colleges some flexibility regarding the verification of non-filers, many foster youth are still in limbo. Can you keep my staff and myself in the loop on any action the IRS does take to help these foster youth with a non-filer verification form?
Absolutely. And it's an area we're sensitive to as well. And you and I have discussed this.
Exactly. And then my final question, Commissioner, for taxpayers that have already filed their return with unemployment income, will the IRS be able to make adjustments on your end to issue any additional refunds to eligible taxpayers? And then if so, how quickly will you be able to get payments, and when will you communicate this to taxpayers?
We expect to do recoveries. We get through our initial tranche of the filings, and we're in filing season. We just expanded filing season till May 17, so that puts us a little bit behind the schedule that I think we would have hoped that we would have been on. But we expect to do recoveries with respect to EIPs, and I mentioned the recoveries with respect to unemployment compensation. And what I can promise is we'll get to that as quickly as possible, and I will follow up with you and anyone else who has questions or comments concerning that. But we're sensitive to, we happen to be the financial vehicle to get, benefits out to folks who really need them, and we're working really hard. Most of our agency is working dual shifts. We have a lot of people on mandatory overtime, weekends. I would really, want everybody to know every employee is doing everything they can, and as an agency, we're doing everything that we can.
I appreciate it. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.